What is up, y'all? Hazeblade here, coming at you with 10 things the game doesn't tell you in Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Let's go. Starting off with number 1. Using the Paraglider, you can get basically as much height as you want because after unlocking all 3 upgrades, you can use the boost feature while you're stabilizing the Paraglider to increase your height. So provided that you have enough stamina, you could really keep this going, especially using the vents that are all around the city. You could really keep this going as much as you want and traverse across the environment, up buildings, or really wherever you want to go. Number 2, which is pretty much a piggyback off of number 1, except we're using the grappling hook. If you spam the hotkey for the grappling hook, this works better, by the way, while it's at tier 2 or better. You can quickly scale up buildings and climb them without really having to do any parkour at all. So this is the same tower that we did the Paraglider demonstration with for number 1, but as you can see, I made incredibly quick work of getting to the top using the grappling hook, and with the right timing, it really doesn't consume that much stamina either. Number 3, switching gears here a little bit, showing off some stealth. The flashlight actually does have a little bit of effect on enemy awareness, and so I've sped this video up here to like 500% just so you can see it in action, and honestly this really serves as more of a fun fact than useful tactical information. But if you do point the flashlight at an enemy that's in its dormant state, it will slowly but surely start incrementing the awareness meter, but as soon as you take the flashlight off, it will decrease that at a significantly faster rate than it was incrementing while you had the flashlight trained on it. But ultimately, you can basically run around anywhere with the flashlight on. It has very minimal effect on actual awareness. Number 4, loot actually respawns in this game. So I've got this inhibitor crate here, and I'm going into my menu so you can see that I already have all of the inhibitors, but when you loot a chest that already has the inhibitor claimed, you'll get a military medkit in its place. So you can revisit all of these locations and re-loot these chests and always make sure that you have plenty of health for any fight you get into. Number 5, which actually comes as a bit of a meme because I discovered this after those numbers were stuck on my screen, but if you hold tab, you can actually see all of the damage values of your weapons in your inventory. So instead of using the shift key to compare each weapon individually, you can use that tab hold option and see all of the damage values to just figure out what's doing the most damage out of what's in your inventory. So despite this being a meme, it's actually pretty useful. Number 6, I completed the game without knowing what this was, but these punching bags up here are actually a way for you to descend buildings without taking damage. Had I known how to use these, I probably would have died about 30 less times in my first playthrough of this game. Number 7, which is also something that I didn't learn until much later into my playthrough. With the monkey bars, if you hold the jump button, you can actually jump from bar to bar without having to sway back and forth first. So if you're trying to do parkour and move around quickly, just hold the jump button and you'll swing between the monkey bars with no delay. Number 8, and probably one of the most useful things that this game doesn't tell you, is that in online play, you can actually sell your gear for a different and often higher price than you would be able to sell that gear in your single player game. Now, just so you guys don't think I'm crazy, I'm going to back out and talk to the exact same vendor in single player using the same piece of gear that I just showed you online. And instead of getting over 8,000 gold from selling that piece, I get a measly 116. Number 9, which is really more of a secret than it is something the game doesn't tell you, but I'm not planning on doing a 10 secrets video. So if you go to the Spruce Windmill slightly northeast in this quarantine container, inside this safe, using code 987, you will find an inhibitor, which for me was my last inhibitor, which goes against all of the rules of the game that tell you by activating the radio towers or by being within 50 meters that you will know where the inhibitors are. This is the only inhibitor in the game that goes against all logic that you have come to know by completing the game in its entirety. Last but not least, number 10, and arguably the most disappointing thing that this game does not tell you, is that at the end of the game, there is no new game plus. So all of that progress and character progression is wasted in the inability for you to start over from the beginning of the game and carry over your character progression. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed any part of it, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.